know, fishermen get out on the water bright and early to get the best catch of the day. So this morning, Ansley Watson is at Thill's Fish House showing us how a typical day starts for them. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. You know, these fishermen aren't up too much earlier than us. When they go out fishing, they're out on the water by 6 a.m. and it can be an all-day process. They use 19 nets to catch all that whitefish that they bring in. And later in the hour, we're going to see just what it takes to be a fisherman. They could bring in from 200 pounds of fish to 1 ton. So we're going to see what it takes. I think we're going to head out on the boat and we're going to go inside. So stay with us. Reporting live in Marquette, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
All right. Thank you very much, Ansley. Sounds like you're getting a new degree there in fishing this morning. So, you know, well, earlier she had the chance to learn how to tag fish. Now she's learning how to catch fish.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes, maybe she's out the door soon, leaving us.
Losing her heart to the ocean. No,
I doubt that.
I doubt it too.
Yes, me too.
I think a lot, and anybody who's heading out on the lakes, there's nothing quite like fresh fish. But if you don't have the skill or the time to do it, well, that's where fish markets come in handy. Ansley Watson this morning is on hand to see what it's like to be a commercial fisherman at Thill's Fish House. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. We're learning the ways to be a fisherman this morning. Joining me is Thill, and he is the owner here. Good morning.
Morning.
First off, this is a family-owned business. Your dad started this, correct?
Yep, back in the 60s.
Wow, and how's that been going? You said that you're going to retire here soon, probably pass it on down.
To my sons and grandson.
That's amazing. That's been this family. Well, obviously, we are on the fishing boat right now. Typically, you go out at 6 in the morning. What would you say, like a couple days a week? How often do you guys usually go out?
3 to 4 days a week.
3 or 4 days a week?
Yep.
And you said you had 19 nets.
In the water, yep.
Kind of describe these nets. You were talking to me about them earlier, and they are huge.
Yep, they're just like a lead and a net that's got a tunnel on it where the fish go up into the pot itself. That's all we lift is the pots.
Where do you usually go location-wise when you go out fishing?
All the way from Sand River to the Huron Islands.
So that could be probably an all-day event then, right?
Yeah, we go half and half normally, split the nets. You lift 10 one day and then 9 the next day. So you go towards the Huron Islands, you lift an 8 to 10 nets. And then the next day you go back down this way and you go left down towards the shot point. Lift the rest of them.
So on average, how many pounds of fish would you say kind of you get in a net?
300 to 400 pounds usually.
300 to
hopefully.
400 pounds. Yeah, that would be good. Well, right behind us, you say you pull up the nets. Kind of describe the process then of how you pull up these nets.
Well, it's winch. It's powered. There's lines on them. You lift the buoy and with the winch, and then pull the underneath the net, and then they scoop them out, and they put them on a sorting table, which you can't see. It's over the back. And sort them out, box them, and ice them as they're going.
So then you drop them down here?
And then they set them in the hole. After they're done, they set them in the hole, re-ice them.
Okay. But you said you just do whitefish particularly, correct? Do you catch any other fish?
A few trout, yeah. They go back to the water, return to the water.
Now this is definitely a weather permitting business. You were saying kind of today, probably not going out this morning.
No, a little breezy, so they're not going to go today.
When do you guys start fishing? When does that whole process begin? What month?
Weather depends. We started as early as mid-March. Usually not till the 1st of May only.
Okay.
Depending on ice conditions.
And then what's that prime month of that you just know you're going to get your October?
Yeah. Fish are ready to spawn, so they're schooling up. So you see a lot of fish.
Wow. Well, when we come back, I think we're going to head inside. There's a whole fillet process too.
Yes.
A lot of machinery.
Yep. All machine. We would never try to hand fillet everything we do.
All right, well, thank you. We're going to check that out when we come back. Stay with us. Reporting live in Marquette, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
All right. Thank you very much, Ansley. And it does look like for right now, things look pretty good out there. But if you are planning on heading out on the lake, that all-important weather radio.
Welcome back. Well, Thill's Fish House has fresh fish daily. And Ansley Watson has been talking to them this morning about how they bring the fish from the lake to your table. Ansley joins us again with more on how they do it. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Sam. You know what? I don't know if I could be a fisherman. It is some laborsome work here, but I know somebody who can, and this is Thill, and he is the owner here. Thank you so much for being with us.
You're welcome.
Earlier we were out in the boat, kind of talked about the nets, how you caught the fish. Now we're inside. This is the process of how you actually fillet the fish.
Yes.
So starting out here, you bring the fish in. First you said you degut them,
Yes.
clean them all out.
Yep.
And then what do we have here? We have
This is a scaler. This scale takes the scales off the whitefish.
So you put the fish right at the beginning there?
Through here, goes down here. This one takes scales off one side, and then this one takes them off the other side.
Oh, wow. And how many fish can you run through here in a minute?
Oh,
Or a couple minutes? So you're
a couple
telling
minutes, about 50 pounds.
50 pounds of
every
fish in a
2
couple
minutes
minutes.
or so, yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So heading on down here, then what's this machine?
This one, the fish set in here, and there's a header. It runs through there. The blade cuts the head off. Fish drop into the conveyor, which runs up onto the filleter, which your fish set here, run through. They fillet out. This one takes the backbone out, and this one takes the rib cage off.
Oh, wow. So the solid hulled fish
Yep, they'll
slides right through here.
Right, without the head on, just a headless fish.
They're pretty big though. You're saying a large one's 7 or 8 pounds.
Yeah,
they
they'll
squeeze
spread.
in there?
No, they
Oh,
spread.
they do. Okay.
They spread. They're all spring loaded.
Okay.
They spread back and forth.
So
They'll
we go
spread
through
according
here.
to the fish.
And then we have a bucket here of already filleted fish. Look at these. These are huge. You said
That's the
what?
big ones, yeah. That's
2.5 pounds or so, you'd
Yeah,
say?
per fillet, yeah.
Per
About
fillet.
2.5 pounds, yeah.
Now, is this average, these sizes?
No,
or is
these
this-
are big.
They're big, okay.
Our average size is about a 3-pound fish, which gives you about a 3/4 pound fillet
Gotcha.
out of a 3-pound fish. So
Well,
you lose
moving
about
on down-
50% from your
Oh, okay.
round weight to your fillet weight. You lose about 50%.
There's one other process you're calling it pin bowing.
Pin bone, yep.
And so you have to do that. You actually can do it manually, which I'm going to do it here in a second, but you also have this new machine that does it
Right,
as well.
right.
So what is this? Talk me through it here.
All right. The fillet has got one bone left in it, right here. When you
Yeah, you can
when you
feel
get
it,
done
right?
with the filleting process,
Now, if somebody had their own fish and didn't have this machinery, how would they do it themselves?
pluck it out with a pair of pliers.
A pair of pliers.
Yep.
So you start from the beginning here,
Yep.
and it just takes them out like so.
Yep.
That's kind of fun to do. I said I would do this. Did I miss any?
I think you got them all.
Oh, I think I feel one right there. Wow.
Not
How
much
many,
to it.
throughout a whole entire day, would you say, how many fish you work through?
It just depends on the day of the week and how many fish the kids catch, but we can go. We've handled up to 3,000-4,000 pounds a day.
Really?
Yeah.
What about through the winter months? What do you do through then?
Frozen, we freeze ahead, and we'll buy fish from the other fishermen that are still fishing all winter. Native Americans usually.
How do you know how much to freeze ahead, though?
You're just guessing.
What do you think about this winter? Have you thought that far ahead
go-
yet?
Well, yeah, we're shooting for about 18,000 pounds in the freezer, so
Wow.
we'll see how it works out.
Talking about the freezer here, we need to show this off. You said ice is probably the most of the one important things that you have.
One
over
of the
here.
most, yep. Ice on the fish from the time you scoop them out of the nets till they're going out on the box to the restaurants. So we'll carry up to a ton of ice a day on the boat. They'll carry up to about a ton.
Now on the boat earlier,
Per
we were
day.
showing the fish went
boxes,
down in the
right.
boxes, and that's where the ice goes into.
Yep, ice. Yep, ice goes on top, bottom top of the fish. This time of year in the middle, because the water's so warm, the fish are warm. They actually come out of the water warm.
Well, Ted, you
So.
definitely stay busy. That is for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You said this is a family-owned business,
Yep.
and your kids are probably going to be taking this over here soon.
Hopefully.
Have you enjoyed it here? I mean, this is
Oh
quite
yeah.
the process.
Been here all my life.
Well, thank you so much for
All right.
being with us this morning, showing us how to be a fisherman. Really appreciate it. Reporting live in Marquette, Ainsley Watson, and we'll be back for more of your TV6 Morning News after the break.